The JHR CAJ Award for Human Rights Reporting was jointly created by Journalists for Human Rights and the CAJ in 2011 to recognize excellence in this category. The finalists are
Trina Roache of APTN National News for Outside the Circle. In 2005, Jordan River Anderson, a Cree child with a rare neuromuscular disorder, died in hospital, while Ottawa and Manitoba fought over who would pay for his home care. Parliament then vowed to provide equal care for First Nations, Inuit, and Métis children first and settle jurisdictional disputes later, but that never happened. APTN's Trina Roache explored the politics and discrimination, but also told the stories of simple families struggling to find help for their children with special needs.
We are not mandated to fix the gaps in the sense that we're going to go off and create a new program to fill those gaps.
But Cindy Blackstock says addressing two-tier health care is exactly what Jordan's principle was meant to do.
But when I read those documents, I found it really hard to square that circle. I thought, how can you just write this? How can this be written so that it's okay?
Carolyn Buffalo says it all comes down to money. 3 years ago, Ottawa dissolved an $11 million fund for Jordan's principle. The logic, no cases, no need.
Patrick Kane, Leslie Young, and Anna Meller-Paperney of globalnews.ca for Canada's Unwanted. Canada used to be a safe haven for refugees and persecuted peoples. No more. A Global News investigation found non-citizens here jailed indefinitely without charge, with limited access to family, lawyers, or third-party monitors, paid to leave the country, or dying in secret ways coroners deemed preventable. The team's coverage showed Canada's global legal obligations to non-citizens are often abrogated or ignored. Michelle Shepard of the Toronto Star for In Central African Republic, a Lesson in Hate. Toronto Star national security reporter Michelle Shepard had barely touched down in the Central African Republic when she saw a man beaten on the road to the airport simply for looking Muslim. Through repeated interviews with 3 individuals in the midst of a swirling, dangerous crisis, her coverage tried to look at the world through their eyes and answer how each had learned to hate. Tanya Talaga of the Toronto Star for An Afghan Boy's Lonely Trek to Freedom. Among the stateless, desperate people fleeing war, chaos, and poverty who wash up on the shores of Italy or Greece seemingly every day, a shocking number are children. They travel by themselves or under the dubious care of dangerous human smugglers. Toronto Star Foreign Affairs reporter Tanya Talaga told the story of one such young migrant, a 17-year-old Afghan boy hoping to reach asylum in Sweden.
Saeed Nasser is 17. He spends his days in an abandoned auto shop, dreaming of the day when he will stow away on a ferry to Italy. He has done it once before, but Italian authorities sent him back to Greece. It took 6 months for Saeed to get to Greece from his home in Afghanistan. Every day as he traveled, all he thought about was when he would make the next destination. When would he get out of one country? When would he get out of Pakistan, then Iran, then Turkey, and now Greece?
Carol Sanders of the Winnipeg Free Press for Nowhere to Go. At the Dadaab refugee camp in Kenya, refugees wait, hoping to go to Winnipeg. Free Press diversity reporter Carol Sanders went there to interview those who fled Somalia's civil war 20 years ago but cannot safely return and are denied a permanent home in Kenya. She found many have loved ones in Winnipeg waiting to sponsor them, but their chances of reaching Canada are slim. They can't safely leave camp, and Canada's visa office in Nairobi no longer goes to Dadaab to interview applicants.